Ghana for say propaganda baby, you know. Ya bremo. You know, mobile for 8 years, mambo number. I watch now with the Ghana for fame. And ye to a ban gaba, ye the mam on the Binsi or Ghana back was with that 1.7 million votes. When you're saying 41%. And you know, I was saying that time where it's a time I said my former deputy information minister Ekano. It's a time to reflect, regroup. Now, if you still continue in your old ways of propaganda, no dear, meaning the senior there be wow. Intimiano.
96.9.
Sakra. Na too hopeful. Na stick to the facts. Na reflect it. This is the moment of Nkaukra to be cutting.
Oh.
See, I be
the panel.
Policies and programs.
We believe in democracy. That's the main reason upon numbers of parliament. MPP, we are still making sure say a binding by idea a baby.
Oh yes,
look at how hard working our minority leader Honorable Alexander Fenyomakin is doing. He's doing a marvelous work.
Oh, he's been at times very disrespectful to the chair
don't say that. No.
Of the appointment committee.
No, don't say that.
We all know.
And are you tolerating Okujato Blackwest attitude?
First,
are you tolerating Okujato Blackwest attitude?
What attitude?
We have some George Okujato Blackwest original parliament. How Mokasa Krano? But you know, it's democracy. It is politics.
I am talking about the appointment committee. The conduct of the minority leader.
Can't we ask?
It is not.
He's
about
the ranking member.
No, the fact that you are a ranking
right
member.
Is questions.
Listen, it is not about the number of questions you ask. It is about say showing utter disrespect to the chair of the committee, and by parliamentary precedents and then conventions, the chair, even though the minority leader, the ranking on the committee, or he had the permission of the chair to speak. And so at times he speaks without the chair granting him that audience, which I think is not fair. And when you even listen to your former leader, HEMEN Sabunsu, who said, look, that bit a bit problematic on person of your confrontation about as chair, I said, go chair no the speaker of parliament, the authority no their man until say the speaker in parliament kasa MP also otie o ma kwanya also original kwanya on fair won't me eden enkasa until I think say that's the kind of things you expect say afenyo beye
me say I'll come back near fi about be din komo but for the benefit of our listeners and komo about be din so no ho nsem no edoso pa edoso well you better in commodity for appointment John Dramani Mahama Diabani say is it now appointment is based on merit and of course competency and on Modiabana. Tijani Mamisha say oh na yanku and muna my appointment in the so you are the best person to give us more explanation on that. Now people are talking about appointment John Dramani Mahama Diababa His Excellency and he himself said say yes indeed the appointment now based on merit and competence and is the reason why we appoint two or more. Now we start from the three main positions Saudi can buy: the Attorney General, the finance, and the energy. These are key, sectors of the economy which needs attention. In fact, one mistake or Dina money the buy coming to the roads, the energy. Education, education to agric to local governments, and of course now yenya interior and so about bekanwa which you the other sectors nipping on and or my shas or my from Monday any bit me who say yes or manya full house or money edgema because over the weekend and it me almost out of office new out of secrecy new out of allegiance on baby edgema now month for expecting comfortable position there in whom so if John Dramani Mahama says based on merit and competence some people don't understand. And talk about interior. Now we were expecting to say Bianca will be a police officer to say Trubu. Everybody the Minister of Interior. Yes, sir. Now on health, you said you'll be a doctor to get it here, massa. In another breath, a man for also say yes indeed. Those ranking members now so they know everything within the sector now. Or we a ranking member when they do more corner. A typical example of Kwabena Minta Kando. yeah, as a ranking member on health, me, I don't see anything wrong giving Akando as the health minister. You understand? Talking about, the finance, at forcing, yes. Energy is one place I may expect more dear feel. Because energy, Jinaponso Kasai about energy, take or pay, deal or buy. Even he exposes a whole lot of things. Not some of us were not aware of it. Going forward, do you think, say, these people are capable? Their competence level no was show on merit based. That's why I said on merit they understand. But the competence level, it's your party and it is in power. Be honest to yourself and to the people of Ghana and Obuasi say. Sanko fu we to media show monsa. Nano ya wadani and ray. Tijano bet my ejuma.
Baby, that's sini akwenya odi amaye say that topic
time 96.9 Wumreni.
Na answer na meko topic na so no mepe say mechia mpanyimfo ba ku mienu bi ewo ye mpeso asu. Mepe say mechia honorable Samuel Abuaje. I still insist or the MP elect for Obuasi East constituency. The MP elect for Obuasi East constituency. Me chair the constituency executives of Obuasi East.
MP elect.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes. And me chair the constituency executives for Obuasi East. Me chair etiefu nyina. Me chair the MP for Obuasi Akrofum Honorable Azuma. Sanso na mechia etiefo ne party ma ne obibia waje bra wo tie yen enwumre na baby topic and say Mahama appointments are based on merit and on competence. Me pese me take ministers na ya appoint almost so far no one after the other. Now I will just put why on both fronts, on both score, say competence and on merit, they deserve the positions that they've been appointed to serve on. Dr. Kesalato Forsen. He's been former deputy finance minister. He's been the ranking, and you say so be a ranking our parliament. It's like more or less like the shadow minister for the minority, and he's effectively played this role for almost 6 years. The majority leader of the parliament of the 8th parliament, and share the minority leader of the 8th parliament for 2 years or so. Share the pedigree, share the presentations, the analysis on the economy. Now at times I feel to listen to I am person Eura Kesalato Force and crossing Kenoforata Tamano finance minister. Because policy propositions are because me say Eura Dr. Kesalato Force and catch say be IMF. Wabra or the first presentation of case of mind the beer or numbers now. The only solution out was for the economy to go IMF. Eura Kenoforata and I Eura John Kuma Yankupon Enfani cry and say I say there's no way I'll make IMF. Lasso, they ran to IMF in an ambulance. Secondly, Mekai Yura, Dr. Kesalato Force in the lecture, or yes, there will be haircuts. The then finance minister, Kenoforata, and the persons at the finance ministry say there is not going to be any haircut. The president even said it in one of his encounter in the public in the broadcast. Or say haircut behind who are bedding. Ebeba. The real now amount for bondholders, pensioners, investors, or musika, now the haircut hiding. Atutoso. And the man is able to, even from the point of opposition, without the benefit of the whole picture of the economy, with the limited data available as an opposition leader, he's able to predict ahead of time, say, this and this will happen.
Time 96.9
the idea okay, see, and to be able to tell that the man has the gravitas or the competence, and this position, like I said, was given to him based on hard work, on merits, and not because of any familial relationship he had with anybody, but he worked his way throughout as a young man. That is Dr. Kesalato Forsen. Then you come to Dr. Dominic Ayene. Baby.
On Dr.
Kesalato
Forsen.
Yes.
Meaning, based on the merits now, can yes indeed, but the competence level and what he said about your revenue.
Yes.
Tijani, can we be honest to ourselves? Say, e-levy.
Yes.
Betting.
Yes.
And COVID
yes.
is giving this government no less than 20 billion.
Yes.
Okay. And now, Dr. Kisato Force is going to scrap this 20 billion. But in the vetting, one significant idea kind is he's going to, increase revenue.
Yes.
In that ways, the best is compliance.
Exactly.
There is this 20 billion that are given to the state already. You are saying, you want to increase revenue to meet your GDP targets.
Yes.
Now, your GDP, 1% to our GDP is like 10 billion. And so betting and COVID is giving us 20 billion.
Sure.
So which means you are going to scrap 20 billion already existing in the economy away to bring in different one. Tijani, are we being honest to ourselves and being fair to Ghana?
Maybe that's a legitimate question.
Because
and I appreciate where you are coming from.
Sure, because you are scrapping 20 billion out of the inflows now.
Yes.
And you are saying, yes, you better coin, you better so you better raise your revenue.
Yes.
Sika way down that they could year free. Coin ben you better so you better yes, can.
Martin. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Kislato Force in this question on the committee, like you are alluding to. I know he gave answers, and I believe in the credibility of Dr. Kislato Force when he says, he is going to do what we call expenditure rationalization and expenditure cuts. He is also going to enforce compliance, and more importantly, we are going to reduce drastically corruption. Baby, when you say corruption from the public, the Auditor General's report is one of the biggest leakages I have my. Yes, you come, ministers, and I say, I buy paying for so among fambo or my bra, among fambo my bra, a co among bottom. Secondly, like I said, this is three things. Dr. Kislato Force, when he was asked about how he was going to make up, when I first saw a year, 20 billion now, who can't watch him? You benya, Ediabo, my bra. I say, you be expenditure cut, expenditure rationalizations, you be enforcing your friend compliance. Among for baby or honor, twice they don't pay. And at our port, the leakages, what am our port and other ports. So yet me strengthen those your friends saying leakages near filling those gaps. I think this country will have enough and perhaps more than the 20 billion now. These nuisance taxes, e-levy and COVID levy, because Timaimu for Ghana for yen sa etuomi enu and ya ye nije home. Anything in the MPP craft or come catch says on the unlikely event and point to no come buy the COVID tax. But me catch say nko be free ho. I still insist and I maintain throughout the tenure of Yewura, Dr. Kislato Force, he has exhibited competence. He has exhibited, he has the gravitas to be able to manage this economy. Okay. Then I proceed to the next person on the list. Yewura, Dr. Dominic Ayene. Baby, you will notice, on the table of the vetting, lawyers are not much now. When now baby Dr. Dominic Ayene question, I say he was one who brought him up on no training, And mind you, Dr. Dominic Ayene is also a former Deputy Attorney General under Marita Briopon in the ex-Wal Mahama regime. And he has discharged himself creditably, even in opposition. He was one of the voices when it came to legal and constitutional matters in Parliament. As the then minority leader, he was the one we consult. He was the chairman of the subsidiary legislation committee in Parliament. Maybe passed to a Parliament. Nina find the decks was scrutinized. And so that is also the person of Dr. Dominic Ayene. And in private practice, he's been a lawyer for over 3 decades in good standing. And so you pull all of this together, and you see, the guy is competent for the job. He's worth it and he merits it. Then, Yewura, John Abdullah Jinapo. In fact, a young man may admire and aspire to be like him. John Jinapo is an authority when it comes to the power and energy subsectors of our economy. In fact, even in opposition, John Jinapo, your friend, he's able to tell us the available demand, available demand of power. Even in opposition, he had data. And just yesterday, I was reading an article I'll publish here in one of the top journals. In the someone says we're in a doctorate degree. Yeah, John Jinapo. Yes, that the young man has learned, and not only that, Kwame, when you say adisuyamu book deal, but experience counts. He was as a young minister, not or a deputy minister in the then power ministry. Don't step aside, you know. He shouldered the ministry at that young age. And since then, John Jinapo has grown. And he has more experience. And one good thing about him is he's a very good listener. He's not dismissive of Obiani views. He brings everybody on board. And on the committee, you could tell. People couldn't even ask him because they didn't even understand the sector so well, so that it became a lecture platform for John Jinapo. Then I moved to the next person on the list, Eric Opoku. Eric Opoku. Eric Opoku veteran now. In fact, he lectured the committee members. I think you can say, so my question answers in Yentia. The enemy say what been. And Yamina Mikun, I think you're marking the minority leader in the ranking on the committee say, Eric Opoku. Say, Wabbing
96.9.
Say even the minority members on the committee, Abasu say, debating and data on the floor of parliament. He's one of the persons, young MPs, Omoka parliament, they should look up to. Because you challenge at your own peril. Because over floor will disgrace you. Because the man is made up of staff. You're here for the progress of this economy. Baby. Yewura Haruna Idris, no doubt, or all-round player. Yewura Haruna Idris is one of the most competent guys you can find in this country, and I'm happy. Say, a big ministry like the education ministry that has the largest spend of government expenditure, government budget
96.9
has been assigned to Yewura Haruna Idris.
But people think he have not been fairly treated in the party in the last 2 years. How he was, removed from the minority
bench,
brings in a whole lot of controversies. And ideas, and do you think just a normal thing for people to brush it off?
Baby, when him say Haruna Idris is one of the most experienced politicians you can find in Ghana. Very experienced. And so when the reshuffle happened, he understood, say in politics, positions are not static. For which reason, and he has personally he explained it when he was asked on the committee. Yes, he said, "Say that was the accusation. Say I'm on for BC at Onokan. Yes, I will not shy away from it because on one end, I can vetting committee. But Haruna is Haruna, and those of us party members, party loyalists, and other non-party members believe in the capability and capacity of Yewura Haruna Idris to lead any sector. He's more than even qualified to lead any sector of this economy. Then Kwame governs Abuja, baby, and for a fact, the ranking on the roads and highways ministry, and he was our focal person. In other words, a shadow minister. The then parliament, the 8th parliament, and he is an authority when it came to road ministry matters. Baby, when he say during his vetting. Okay, I say roads are constructed. Construct over 11,000 roads. He challenged the minority members on the committee. They've done only 678 kilometers of roads, and nobody challenged him on the plan. The committee. Nobody challenged him and was able to provide contrary facts. And that's the caliber of appointees. John Dramani Mahama. Now, the pan say, baby. The admonitions from
Time 96.9
John Dramani Mahama to appointees. Upon all the nimdie, the experience of Amuwo Amodi Beden, Buano, achieving a vision. I say they should lead in humility. Omundi enimkai ahubrasium. yempe a hantain de said that yenuanum MPP for omoye no not come and loud ourselves on the people of Ghana, but then to be servants of the people of Ghana.
I'll come back to you.
All right, that's it. Into me land no. That bit, that admonition, baby. Na ya dia me ni so ye because at mpebre no ye you be as minister. Say and I say ye the government the be more be a no if say at that material moment. Enti ye can say so ye you MC, ye you DC ya. Timamfo mu omo man no. Buamo because we are when we are the representative of the president and the president they got the ministers what power say leading in ahubrasiem obuo no muntie timamfo I think that it will transcend and come down to all levels of appointment say they be the servants of the people of Ghana.
Thank you very much. It's Tijani Niatin and kind of live on time 96.9 FM. So 9 on top of the hour 8 and that time propaganda need home common. So I come back to Tijani about the toss. Evra, Mamintio on the same issues. No, is it about based on merit today? I think say it's okay, they deserve it. By their competence level is what we were thinking for.
Okay.
Aside you being an NPP, no, to be very honest with you and my listeners, don't you think say they are the best people to go to that sector? I don't know how to say
baby, Mamenda was say Ewa Quenya or the Mamina Menshas here no. Mamenchia, our hard-working member of parliament for Obuasi West constituency, Honorable Kweku Ajiman Kwatin. Na menchia Obuasi East MP, Dr. Patrick Boachi Yadom. Na menchia MPP Obuasi West constituency executive. Titrune, your chairman, your party secretary, Honorable Apostle Alexander Frimpong Bodu. Na menchia your party first vice chair, Honorable Kujo Afuakwa. Na menchia your party organizer, Honorable Godfred. Na menchia our hard-working youth organizer, Honorable Bright Nyampo. Na menchia your treasurer, Ma Julie Obaya. Bibia Wubia Mechia Opa. Na menchia your serial callers. Na menchia MPP coordinators. Na menchia MPP for Majibo Mutin. Na menchia Obibiara Oti. Baby, Unimadebako. This appointment, Huns and same year, topic here about my appointment are based on merit and competence. You know, John Dramani Mahama, I know from Swabe assembly member, Wabe MP, Wabe deputy minister, Wabe minister. We know that he's a communicator already, baby. So John Dramani Mahama, dear, Ujina baby, I know Kasa dear in some day, young Kasa sugar coated West, the Odimuntintima. I didn't tell me Kasa baby. Once of the year appointment when na the day ba NDC for when you come where you say where you change that to baby and you may insist your constituency no ka John Dramani Mahama ya appointment what's a way and I say a dimwa yanka say ni na ndimu baby but there are some appointment John Dramani Mahama is excellency here and dimu because a favoritism and nepotism. John Dramani Mahama is running family and friends governance. I didn't make us
time 96.9.
Special aid to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. My friend is saying, Joyce Bawa Muktari. Ne dane John Dramani Mahama. Ne cousin no. John Dramani Mahama ne Jubilee House when I was appointed one man be friend Mahama. Ne busuani. So whatever John Dramani Mahama is doing, when one could not baby Uncle Kase or appointing for due to merit or competency. It is not competency. Felix Ofosu Kwache, yeni na ni legacy we live Ghana. Yeni ni boni we di Ghana. Legend po say obi se bi mpo obi yiri mpo ko di na chi. I'm talking about listen. Allow me to talk.
You're talking about the competence.
No, listen. We are talking about say now appointment now why no. E be a favoritism and nepotism. E be a family and friends, not only competency. That's the main reason why I give example that Joyce Bawa Muktari and a cousin enti no appointed no. Men cousin appointees are why ni na no omu ni na ye. But ebi mu wa eni kwan say den oye. Ubeje is a baby. Since His Excellency John Dramani Mahama started appointment, meeting or appointee NCA boss dia your friend Reverend Engineer Edmond Chief Yanko. Then they see here. If only John Dramani Mahama is appointing based on competency, Argentina the youth of NDC, Ebora NCA officer say John Dramani Mahama appointment or the Reverend Engineer Edmond no omuntiasie. You know, amemwona yebuno. John Mani Mahama eba the one who see be kasa and I made me buy many family and friends but when na yehubi. Let's take Okujato Ablakwa for instance. Okujato Ablakwa is a fine gentleman. Yenim say about parliament dey yon that do muntintima. Your man deputy education minister. Then they see here. It was alleged in Pose. Now where them quiet any plan is this competency? Okujato Ablakwa this same man. Out in the car called Bonsu Meko Dallas baby on the car. We are talking about competency. Baby, Kakame can say NDC appointment now more no. I say akoye say we unimobi answer the amount. Share revenue engineer the moyentia NDC youth borrow office was say omumpini baby onye Ghana ni ana. That's the question I'm asking. If the man is competent, me kwa meeting na me Korean biography, the man is very qualified because of what you dada. But NDC for say because of say almost omoshana ahanu anya NDC ninti. Ya den omonti ase and it is very bad. It the Mahama no is favoritism and nepotism. Baby, say appointment at John Mani Mahama is excellency here. It's based on competence in here. Adentina on parliamentary candidate. I a friend Honorable Kofi Annan a futu parliamentary candidate. Nem persuaso NDC mebuna was a futu constituency wo. E treja to office no. Say appointment at John Mani Mahama no and so many. If say Mahama do in a competency and merit, Adentina mebuna wo futu kwa yes adeno. Ubeje di say, baby, Bole aye John Mani Mahama is excellency chrome. Yet you see a change of because of appointment or more. And it is very bad. So I'm being case on an appointment is based on competency. If it is based on competency, Haruna Idris, Honorable Haruna Idris shouldn't be at the education sector. I know what I'm talking about. Because listen, Haruna Idris is a fine gentleman. He can also be a foreign minister. So a competency assembly can. Haruna Idris deserve more than education ministry. No, we are Muslim. I mean, can't someone tell? TM. We are your party. It is an Obeka. Haruna Idris regumba mabono from the 8th parliament. Once a veteran on one pokaye. Also no a minority leader no. Ono kwa no animo. They are ora chamber. Ono say sisi ato force na be minority leader. Say. Sato force na monne kasa ya. Listen. Someone kasa ya dentina that very first day no. Ya catch out na do say on so if na konya so sorry. This means say papa no monne ndi ni ye. So the John Mani Mahama Cardinal say right now no. Or see we in appointment and appointees or mere competent. Yate. But I just want to ask one question. Adentina NDC ewo emebuno bebremu nya appointment a. Maami afenu Jantua a ye former CPP General Secretary. Baby, I didn't see a man appointment.
Is it bad?
Listen,
Nana Jantua in opposition.
You know
before NDC
in Ghanaian politics.
All his speeches are not transitional.
But you know, the NDC. The tours or the body or the Ben, the tours were NDC. That's it. So if only John Mani Mahama is paying back his NDC members are. Some are me down to an command appointment. This show say on because of competency, because of a propaganda man, many yamano, I bet me TJ to a fine gentleman. Meaning say any party to be defended. TJ, I bet my presidential staff and Ibi. I didn't say command CPP near me and team boss who about your boy when this year you can pass that. Yeah, money position no, and I know my brother is an NDC communicator. He will defend, but deep down inside him no. On here, and baby Baji say. Ya ma former CBP General Secretary appointment yi amakofo bebre buofu adentina nkofo ye adwuma bebre ya mom appointment ya memu nya appointment but CPP former General Secretary nya appointment and you are talking about competency. This is not competency, this is favoritism and nepotism. John Mani Mahama governance and his appointees is going to do something like family and friends. Tina Amaka said his spokesperson any cousin then Bahama ye boni obabeka abontin. That lady will never do that. And I've been following Joyce Boa Muktari for years now, and I know, say, about NDC appointment, Kwana, or Wapa and the Kwache, even Julius Debra. I know what I'm talking about. This chair say, NDC government no mobile way no, or maybe favoritism and nepotism. The appointment is not based on merit and competency, but who you know. Mr. TJ, obet me be fine, obet me be CEO nibi. But TB ni TJ sebi. Ebia no onimba Muktari nti. Otia. By Yakoma Jantua, presidential staff be me nya TJ tia wa ye adwuma bo communicate ya
na onim de TJ so ye de ba
TJ oh TJ de say me nya no ono ni medi nkomo kra dada what you say it the Mahameka no mesre no enye no kra because ne nkofo yi omu nyina no hwe juicy positions na o de ma black kwamo or the man and nkofo no gina pomo ni ade ba na edusu because of say na edusu minim boni papa no or the John Mani Mahama it will read the CSBN from 8th parliament na HSA ensweni but I know how na edusu is competent and is going to prove the NDC wrong baby nti asama me say council ni say what's a John Mani Mahama is very smart she ubeje di say 16 regions are Ghana baby region ben pa na ma NDC vote kase a voter region. Wow. Voter region gave NDC 80%. You can check it. This 2024 elections no. Yeah. Region ben to me ma NDC 80% vote, 80% win. Voter region ma NDC 80%. But you say appointment is saying na alcohol. Baby, asema yembi say ehunu no. Appointment say na alcohol. Voter region fobu from the treasure 20. Mahama aye smart. So oko thank you to. Or starting free for baby. And then voter region because this man is a communicator anti. Wako starting every voter region. And wako shiomo and oni penifone kasa and I say. You know, the Mahama ya no on show ya. En kwafo mu ye de na chia 2024 yi o meja NDC chiri because the oya no appointment na oya no me de enso ani wa appoint bi o me good odo na say oye na obia so de enya ne chefa o say promise say baby obe make sure say na appointees no obe nya 30% representation of women baby yembi say on say ministers wa appoint omu yi emu say na ye ma wom yembi say ehun sa if only say so wodi ne boshe so a o ye campaign no ka me de me ba me make sure say my appointees no e ma be 30% no e ma say no minister appointment.
I'll come back to you
John Mani Mahama is just or the adwini e di agbo because of say na no there he is full of sugar coated words into appointment wey ni na no and based on competency and merit is based on whom you know.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to you every near about to us live on time 96.9 FM. So time propaganda and I do home come and you may message 1 or 2 do I'm through from phobia Obuasi to Tuka. No wonder why President John Dramani Mahama said Ghanaians have short memory. This is what's happening now in the country. Looking at whole central, people are burning offices because of appointment. This is just the beginning of Mahama administration. So Ghanaians should be quiet and suffer. Phobia Obuasi to Tuka message out their brain and Kojo Jason or their brain you may answer any. The only way the president can go for more than 2 terms is when the constitution amended through what we call a referendum. The clause stating the tenure of president of Ghana is entrenched clause, which means it's very difficult to amend or change by the mere 276 members of parliament. But to be very honest with you, Tijani should understand that yes, indeed, the parliamentary members who have been selected to represent president and the various ministers are the best, but indeed they should relax. Some of the utterances are too much, and some of the comment making coming out from a typical coming out from minister like Agboja is very serious. Now you talk about road funds and commitment funds. This government left over 100 billion in a commitment fund, and I'm serious about these issues. Why Kwame Agboja also make reference to that. What we need is good roads, no more talking beer. Thank you very much. Kujoji message Adiabet. Jan, let me come back to you. Na meba wa ye bedin komo we na yako. Asemo Ora is here to say now over the week President Mahama starting to thank you to a voter region. Tiokopie mo ho. Na no na Togba Afade say Yera Archibald Lache, the former regional minister the voter region one former nyahwe. Wanya hwete wanya bibi omo momo de shepita ma wukura nso ntimi anya de papa bia ma omo. Ora ne de ababa betena. Now, is it not peevedness and a had to go Afade? Togba Afade was also upon a time the national president of the chief, what do you call it? House of Chiefs. Yekoto aba no lusu ye. And when you Togba Afade, na bufobi, as we are worried, as we pee because no expecting him or the previous administration because of the relation with Ken. And then to me, I'm and the amount was a buffon or de Casatijani, devoid of your political affiliation. Do you think all the trust is a buyer and then some are took be kind? Sabi on Hene Casasa.
Baby, me that's near Quenya side, but you see, more how many minutes on this topic? 10 minutes. Me dedicate at least 5 to rebut the inaccuracies, the false presentations. You see, as young people, babunu, yenya kwenya like this. Na say ye native my kasa. Let's speak with candor, truth. I think say and no nebe endearing to your teaming listeners. Also, family and friends, you still have the temerity, the audacity.
Time 96.9
to sit here on the majority seat. Me my grandma in to lie through your teeth.
Majority leader is talking.
Friends saying, say family and friends. Listen, we had Ken Oforata, the president cousin. Nana senti be there too. Kofi and me Vida Santi. Kofi
Obodi na on campus for me here for say me ban patch ever to Mr.
Okay. Me boni na natural. Nana senti be no a president executive, no a secretary to the president. In a secretary. I senti be there to the cousin Nibia. And on papa no apart from Santi be there to on papa. No ono enso ye chairman of Game Park Council. Ascended be to the papa. No maame, and I in charge of the presidential household. Ken Oforata, no finance minister. Duke Oforata, no a presidential staffer. Edward Bumpty, no an advisor at the energy ministry. Ninia, Bumpty Yakufuduya. Then your friend say, question Aquaquata, the president's cousin. Loretta Oforiata, sister to Nana Santibide too. No, deputy director at Senate. And you see, the list is about almost Nipa 58. On the MPP ni president and Yumba Crowman post. Jankroma, no, member of the Creative Art Council. You see, don't go there. You've said all of these things, yet Ghanaians voted against you and had 41%. In two better hand, you Ghana for a 2 yaw. Now they try and throw, I can see it. Then they will see whom they are. AMP before, people should see who they are. A yow, Omudu Lusa ban, and no, and I show my young person, Master, young boy, about here, you steady, Nasa, but now platform can say, ya, make sure some of the can end. Then he says, Volta, and a Maya, more votes. And I tell you, sir, that is percentage. When you look at the nominal values, listen to me. When you look at the nominal numbers, Greater Accra, Nemaya, the chunk of our votes, followed by Ashanti region, then Volta. Then you say you deny Volta appointment. Please keep quiet. Let me make my point. Look at Volta. You have how many ministers? 3 ministers or 4? 4 ministers from the Volta region. Look at the CEOs. NIA is being headed by a Voltarian. BOST is being headed by a Voltarian. MPA is being headed by a Voltarian. And so, yes, Edugita Makulo is the head of MPA. Yaira is the head of NIA. Afeja Awuno is the head of BOST. Jifa Gomashi, Creative Arts and Tourism Minister. Kwame Gavins Aboja, Minister for Road and Transport. So this is the Volta. You see, mindful of the fact that the president has a duty to appoint the ministers, reflecting regional balances. And so when you sit here and say the Volta region has been denied for which reason, people are, and you see, you could go back and Google. Simple Google will tell you, say, this kind of burning party offices, it is not only applicable to the NDC party. Go back to 2016 and see, say, it happened. But it is not a good thing to encourage as a young person like me. Say, my young colleagues say my favorite babu say you appoint to say don't go burning things. That is something we must all condemn. And it is not only in this, it happens in the MPP era, and it's condemnable. And to better not because of hypocrisy, politics of convenience and hypocrisy. No better NDC why you see. But same thing happened under your tenure. Even though it is not good, we must, as young politicians, I would say issues like this, you condemn. And so don't take it, say, because of, say, we'll lose elections, not say, and some enemy na woka. Back to oral. Operation Recover All looked one of our plank policy proposals into the 2024 elections. You do to Ghana for any man. For which reason? Omujina so etu abamaye.
Without having any legal backing.
Yes. And what law does it break? Quoted to me the specific law in the 1992 constitution are oral etia.
There is no the oral don't have any legitimacy.
And I'm saying,
so you're talking about laws. You're talking about laws that have merit in the constitution.
And
the constitution provide who qualifies to prosecute somebody.
And is the oral prosecuting anybody?
It is stated in Article 88.
Yes, the Attorney General.
And we ignoring or bypassing the Attorney General to set up a committee which have no legal backing.
Listen to me.
Do you know, sir, we can decline invitation from oral?
Nobody is inviting anybody.
Okay.
Oral has no on record. Oral on record. And invite you to Ghana.
And oral don't have any record to also visit any place, anybody's house without even having such
let me tell you, and I ask you, since you are asking me questions, I'm asking you back. Which law does oral violate in Ghana? Specific law. Oral, it's here. You see, omwa ya bo oral dia, no mo, entime ya omwa akonfo amawi oma ya padia. Ye agent no. Ya bo oral dia, no muntimi na.
But you have not been
umbo krono. Unwi abaye japade, unwi abaye asase, unwi abaye sika, unwi abaye car. Na se bo oral, o how ne say? O how ne say? Omwa bo dream project ne kankan, omo wi oman sika. Omo ye transfers, omunim say oral will go after them no. Omo na at the mention of oral, then they start to panic and oral is unconstitutional. Unconstitutional, but nobody, all of the gurus, all of the big lawyers in the MPP, nobody has been able to cite just one law that outlaws oral. And so you see, when you have people like that, so oral, like I agree with Toga Fede, and I know that he's speaking as a passionate Ghanaian, not because he's embittered. I mean, the man, what will he be bitter about? Toga Fede, ebeye bitter about. He's speaking as a statesman, as a man now. On my account, calling in Puntu, and then Akumaso. Young Najitum says, so be bought on my chrono. Obi, a year quantum, as I see, a year almost about $170,000. Now, Kobrania Koton 110,000 Ghana cedis. I mean, I didn't ya. Say, better no mime. Never had we. Now say oral is going after people like that. Instead of say, you sorry, your boy and same. Say the oral and a because say a best set president. Obibia say minister say ya power more mudu my see. A best set it will ring a bell say we on my minister. Ungo your my sika. Ungo found my assassin, Ungo your my car.
Time.
And oral has come to stay. And so we will be a wabokrono. Well, yeah, on my japadia. And no, we will come after you. Yen jai mount for my sika. On your my assassin, and your my car. Into even Obuasi, Muamu Hamafa on my assassin. Must see japadia also. Oral will come to you after you. Oral will come after you. They know themselves. They know themselves.
Obuasi bi wa ha ho
baby member obi adin but me catch you say so what we abi on kromu ha woni mo ho
me
and no not you baby say we your kromu ha go say abanya sa so kromu ha your government lands wa
sure
nti se bi wafa abanya sa se
obi afa bi ana na muntimi nkai
kwame baby
ase de o
baby asem na meka
obi afa bia na
wo bi na se sia no wo dan wo so a ni obi adin asem na meka me say so wo krom ha wo Ghana baby a na so wafa abanya sa se wo wia oban sika wo wia oban bibia oral moja we will come after you and we will take it for the people of Ghana. And you know we will not allow the MPP and their surrogates omo wia oman sika omo wia oman asase omo bo oman krono omo di oman yawu oral. In fact unim say the petitions are MPP for kwampo e de akwakoma oral no it's over thousands.
You have
MPP for omo no mo ni engineer na e koso aban mu ba no mo ntimi nkasa omo ene nkofo omo my information say minister we wi asase we wa ha we wi ka we wa ha sika we da kwakwahye ha and oral will go after them. And no amount of crying blood will stop oral from going after them. Unim say, Yegura Kufuor set a committee like that without any legal backing, but it worked. There is around 2002, 2003. And the other say, yay, ya set up oral. And ye washa ye shep and the catcher Ghana for say. So much about my I did back one, ye debay, ye catachan dream, ni point can be 12 from my oral. And based on that, Ghana for et to Abamaye. I didn't say, yeah, implementing the MP before any the catcher say, oral illegal. Illegal, I'm for court. Illegal, I'm for court.
Medasi Tijani. I'll come back to you now. Yababe to us. I'm 15 past 8 on time. 96.9 FM. So Saturday time propaganda and yetin komya so edin komo. Let me go to Evra. Na minti de Evra and so de eba. Message ni bi Evra we na me yi feel.
Baby, me da say e wa kwenya de ma me na. Em say minua TJ. The war CB Kasa near the day or minimum no before so starting radio buried first no Kasa. But as he said the was you came now
he's in power.
They be TJ Nyabutre on say a man no sem na ye no. The war Kasa they be a tier for Pesa de no. O Kasa sana u dwan kofo asun. Hwe baby. Togbe afede oyenana boom mu asema no me a very young guy. Togbe afede na semin to me can be. But I want us to stick to the main oral topic. Baby, oral any saying see operation recover all loot was a den day. And Osha say operation recover all loot ya. Yembi say on say all loot ben asem no mo ka no. And baby, yembi say ye say oral team no ho am na da so. Baby, let's take Okuja to Ablakwa for instance. Ono no da adena no. Baby, you know say Okuja to Ablakwa ya woni won sensem bebre a me sre ne say so si oral a ono akasa won chi ne ho Okuja to Ablakwa me din kan na say mo ase okwahuro ne ka kwa obonsu be who dollars bunch of dollars into oral team no omo akasa investigate no. Is this Okuja to this same Okuja to Ablakwa ne word no ya wan fa oya no wan fa oya no plan mu into the investigating ne ho. Yere Kofi Boachi for instance. Kofi Boachi a oka oral team ne ho no oye panyini o posini a wotweme nka ne nsem bebre. Ba Ashanti region ha e ya allege so oye noma bebre. Iti ne nyoma oye wa Ashanti region ha no omo investigate no. Baby, let's take Martin Pebu for instance. We all know Martin Pebu of his propaganda. And they be a no TV3 key points. And the crime no they be a no NDC some NDC. Baby, what do you say allege kwambo say Martin Pebu obibu kanu wa troda Martin Pebu sample sa troye e me ni ko gina asem yibia no so you all remember o investigating ho you know baby e show mine na kodu no yempe atro any adada recently you mu set up oraya na Okuja to Ablakwa a baby with a sharp teeth what trouble to Facebook say NIB boss are returning land bi abra asema no kakwa na enim baby. What we are trying to tell the NDC is that this oral team doesn't have any legal backing. Ushe MPP abai ya ba 2017 and another down kwa kufado manpinada wechem ya ba seti ya be OSP no ya legal backing it will OSP. Baby, you see, the OSP derive its power mainly from the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959. Office of the Special Prosecutor Regulations 2018 LI 2373 Act 959.
Okay.
Yes.
The act that formed the Office of
the Special Prosecutor
959.
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
so the NDC 4% oral team no illegally mandated that they should follow this process. So na mechano. I should that act when yes Office of the Special Prosecutor Operations Regulations 2018 LI 2374 and other law bearing on the suppression and repression of corruption. This means say MPP abai and I'm seeing nim law 70 yam pray who yam making sure say a legal backing. It yes remo baby even Mr. Asariansa, former director of Ghana School of Law, wakasa for this oral team here. Was the oral team no a full partisan. If they really mean business, I know more MPP from Mumba way so. For the first time in the history of Ghana, baby, yet OSP, the first person Akufo-Addo appointed on NDC. No NDC. This shows how our MPP and Sokatarisane Poyeso. What I would say about this oral team is that oral team Mahama Dibe, Obeso Chese Yoko for Winyomeduma Yana, baby. Oral team ya Mahama Edibe, Obeso Chese OSP Winyomeduma Yana.
Tima Mahamadi Bay, Obeso Chesa Doves for Munyamajumayana, Tima Mahamadi Bay, Obeso Chesa Financial Intelligence Center Munyamajumayana, Tim Yendis for the Bay, Obeso Chesa NIB for the Sia for Munyamajumayana. What I'm telling the NDC members is that Miss Remo Mahama, yet Obama said, Shana Ghana, my enconkai. Say, all these institutions, not me for institutions where you need Juma. Now, wonder my new ma, make us say, team, no, it is a failure. Team is just empty. It's your minority leader, Honorable KWABENA Alexander Afenyomakin. Wakasa che MP before say, Obibiara team be invited, decline their invitation because they don't have any legal backing in this country. Even if we want international koka ora or say una wo say team be chechenko for no be go say US na okwa say Donald Trump, please, I'm a member of the ora. Maybe say ora on any day. And we are telling the NDC members, if they really mean business, if team na say oba be quote katashani proya, baby, yedi na yet Ghana memwa and eja talk antamanto sa himfa. NDC abraso yeso ma metamaklo so face can come dwadifo sikano to me this sikano baby. If NDC really mean business, they should invite ma metamaklo now omo na no say sikana NDC abraso ye ka so come dwadifo no odi ye no on fambra. If NDC really mean business, yes no mo why you me hun sensem no omo free nessa sonka. If NDC really mean business, omo buy mo from 2012 to 2016 katashi sending proyene scandals across no omo trust omo officer issue na no maba. And I'm saying this on record that NDC okuja to ablakwa John Mani Mahama is just projecting that man. When you say to me, it is empty and it is full of political agenda. Baby, the American in say MPP and now saying so katashi sending proyene for the first time in the history of Ghana, we passed the Right to Information Bill. This shows how competent and how truthful MPP government is. Because you buy it, and I'm saying for no mention, you pass the Right to Information Bill. Meaning, you so on information free municipal or confirmation department of the Mano. Mobile money to me and passes animal in now. And the Mujina Hawk Casamudi or Reba, yes, NDC for. Say, Ghana for to Abama Ghana ye. Since some mobile and you doom light sir. Since some mobile petro ya to petro mu 2 times. And as an NDC member, minya TJT MPP abraso ne man in moto. A odi na dwuma and fu wo to ne sen. Yes rem NDC. Ghana for na to abamamu. And as manya mu gidie nti na mo to abamamu. You should focus on your work. Not this aura and witch hunting thing. No. Ghana maimu ano isi atoba ma say betifu also the light na dundum no be ye ye and the girls extension ye started January 2025 ya that light of Musa aden. No, focus on that thing. Na munja na aura because mwanka sana katashane prohibit bra ekoso mumu no mo hwehwe mumu ansana maba out ye kasa se muache munja aura asem no.
Thank you very much Mami ko Tijani ho na yenye Tijani yenye 55 ne hwese betimi apeke course kakra then we wrap up tonight na fe ni jumadi nkai nso ato aso e de amamo. Every day condition is working and you are still sweating.
Yes. Me heat
pa okay.
Because ora ne dey agro no mudi. Ora na agro no mudi. We really mean business. Yeah. You won't support any unlawful act. No, it is unlawful to create anything that which doesn't have legal backing.
They've stated what they are doing, so let's wait and see what happens.
Okay, let's see.
I always say interesting times.
It is empty.
Tijani.
MP before we cry back the oral initiative. You see,
no, whatever you do, people back you, but you have to do that.
But there's no law, and I'm saying, me to the best of my knowledge, there's no known law in the constitution that prohibits the president. You know say, but the Whistleblowers Act, it allows you to report crime, suspicion of crime to some officers. One is the president. One of such members.
In what you just said, don't say you have to report.
Yes.
If they
suspect crime.
So suspect is not evidence.
No, nobody is saying it's suspicion.
You people have predetermined mind.
Listen,
once you're in opposition,
baby,
you have predetermined mind. So that's why you're exhibiting in power.
Me say per the Whistleblowers Act, and anybody can check it up. One of the key persons you bet me report to a suspicion of crime and I say crime head to the president of the Republic of Ghana. And you know, say the president is an executive president per Article 58 of the Constitution. And the president functions through other persons. And so the president functions through delegated power. And so if the president has put together a group and say, Ghana Fui, say, who was suspicion of crime, now the
Whistleblowers Act, what does it state? Compared to this Ura you compare it. After finding those things,
listen,
Tijani, we are learning.
You are learning. And
you make something. I have to ask you something about it.
I am
listening. Respect here. You talk about the Whistleblowers Act.
Yes.
What does the Act say?
The Act says
now
that
you are even. I can't say you are wrong, but I disagree with you for even saying the whistleblower has an act, whereas orals don't have, and that's where the misunderstanding comes in. Whenever we create institution, that is backed by act.
I disagree vehemently with this.
My
position, the reason I disagree is the president, I have told you, is an executive president per Article 58 of the 1990
No doubt about that.
You don't doubt that. And the president is one of the persons that you can report to when you suspect or see crime per the Whistleblowers Act. And deriving from Article 58 as the executive president that functions through delegated authority, he has the right as the executive president.
Where is
he's driving that power.
Where is the act covering oral?
Oral is not supposed to be an act. And I don't understand why people are so frustrated.
Why do we have a Whistleblowers Act?
No.
And we don't have oral act. And you are trying to justify the oral act.
I say, you Whistleblowers Act and Matima with Wakwan say. So who say Bonnie B. Kosuwe, President Nipa Member of Parliament, Chief, and no for brain on bomb with acting.
Okay.
Now say President Nipa acquire born in and I say on my man, the President, a executive president in Article 58 of the Constitution. And the President on to me baby. And the President functions through other people, individuals, and committees. And so if the President say, I have set up a committee. Okay, I deal in some of the breme, but in the panel doors, and I'm shadows doors. Into near suspicion and move one come with some of the breme. No, move on with dance our committee wing. Bonnie Benno.
Okay, Medasi, but do you know, are you aware? Tijani, are you aware?
Maybe meet you.
Are you aware? The executive power gives the president a lot of power.
Exactly.
And I understand that. Now, when you check the Free Senior High School, there's no law backing it.
Exactly.
Do you think it is bad compared to the oral, which you don't have anything?
I have not. No, listen, not government policy, which Free Senior High School falls under. Doesn't.
But oral is a policy that is coming from your government.
No, say
oral is a policy coming from the MP.
Yes.
Okay. But oral can collapse.
You have brought yourself.
Oral can collapse.
Yes, free SHS. No, you see.
Maybe so. Oral can collapse.
It can collapse like how?
The organization formed by the president.
How will it collapse?
No, I'm asking you, can oral collapse compared to the Free Senior High School? So you are telling me that oral is here to stay?
It's here to stay.
Thank you very much.
Your friend say Yewura. To be afraid, and how hardly Ghana Nibia.
It's okay, let's move on. Don't worry.
Ghana Nibia or my paper. Say oral should be something that we should institutionalize.
No, thank you.
And there's no doubt. I don't suspect going forward, we can easily pass a legislation to entrench oral because we can do it as a government, and it will be binding on successive government. And I like said an American, Free Senior High School, any act be a government policy.
Is executive power.
Yes, and so it is driving from executive power in Article 58. And so why must people be asking for an act or a bill? Listen. Listen, keep quiet. Why must people be acting for?
Tijani, thank you very much. I'm finding it very difficult to understand. Not all what you said, but on this day, but it's all good.
No, but that is my position.
No, and I understand that. I respect that.
I think my position.
I respect your position.
I think the listening public.
You understand? You no doubt. We disagree to agree. So
yeah, exactly.
On that one, I have no doubt.
But oral has come to stay, and I say I maintain again. Omo mabokro no. Omo di omo yewu. Omo pe. Eno obia ye bo oral. Omo ntimi ntina. Article 83 stated clear
The Attorney General shall be the sole initiator of prosecutions.
Yes, so
police cannot even prosecute criminal matters. Yes. How much more the ORA?
No.
And all these things the ORA are doing, their findings are more of criminal things.
What surprises me? When we say president or commission ORA, this is to receive preliminary report and hand them to appropriate state agencies.
So the Attorney General, yes, who is mandated to prosecute,
yes,
the what do you call it, the OSP, all these institutions, the YOCO,
on prosecute one case successfully.
OSP now or the
OSP now did Ghana no for years I set in up nipa ba ko pon who ad na court with me
8:30 on the thank you very much. Tijani 5 minutes. Ablekuma North MP issue 5 minutes and Evra 5 and I'll pick us there.
I think say some got started from Evra because
on akasa is here on akasa
me Mate say no problem there. They say ora no say them din kai me go back answer na come topic so and say me time am 5 minutes how they say me say Evra ne nkofo enam kro no amabo wo out here nkofo ma wies kai kra unya bi ndi enso abetena ha team bi free ekkem e defend omo. I mean young people who are no ye dachi na nkofo bi di ebo chacha ma wie ye sika asase ye meme no dia nchiri masase o ma wie na ye dia so wo betena e defend omo. I don't know yes sir. We a young person men yes sir brantie oh me no nyina ye babunu you under 30 me miswa now penyin bia body 8 years we sika we wie ya sase we wie ya cars na ye ka ho so abet na defend omo ah OSP ni o me come asem so na Ablekumanov me nuanum say if you don't get the seat declared in their favor your friend say that's how no pa you must declare Ablekumanov seat na enya de a your friend say enya de a they will help us prosecute government business in the floor of parliament, for which reason they attempted to disrupt the proceedings of parliament on the day. Near meeting I can say Ablekumanov case no case me party NDC led by a Rebna Abna Ewini hands down, and she was declared the member of parliament elect. And a case in the court, and a court here said they should come and do recollation. And since that, there has not been omuntimi enti omuhase any recollation. And he said, I think say the minority should direct their criticism or their anger at the person of the electoral commission, because yen NDC for yen declare member of parliament, and we believe say the Ablekumanov seat seat type led by a Rabna winning hands down. And so if any declarations whatsoever is to be made, I have no doubt say it will be declared in favor of the NDC candidate for Ablekumanov. And for the micro minority, they can engage in all the noise, but I maintain, say, without them, we will serve the people of Ghana. Yea, we will diligently, without we will serve the people of Ghana without them. And so, whether they like it or not, whether they cooperate with us in the chamber or not, when they cooperate with us, it's better. Because we, NDC for, constructive criticism. Constructive criticism. And if they are there, it better helps or mine, say they be at least, baby, Yebechiano, or Mebwa, Mayatin. But so I'm say, because of a singular North seat in yen declare and into a metra parliament. Can you say,
96.9 woman,
the Santro Kofi, Lolobi, and they were in a friend saying, for 8 years, no money representation. 8 years, no money representation. But that seat, no say a NDC seat. And then, but ye cooperative in 8 years. A bois the then majority. Emma ye juma because ye nyama before. Ya bois Emma ye juma for 8 years. Na sanko for na bomb dino in the voter region. Say no money representation for in fear 8. Na ene Ablekumanov seat ye NDC for ye wini ye. MPP
at the court. Na court yes omunye recollection. Recolletion no entumi happen you know. And no, me nuanum say yeah, they will frustrate government business. I can tell them and I can promise them, say no amount of frustrations coming from Afenyo Markin and his likes will frustrate government business in the 9th Parliament. With Mahama Yarga in charge, the government will prosecute your agenda on the floor of Parliament, in Parliament and outside of Parliament, whether they like it or yes. When they cooperate, it's better. So I'm not no criticize here. We accept because we are in a democracy. You better accept constructive criticism. But critics are out of place, out of malice. We will not entertain because, and this is one of them. Ablekumanov's incident, one of them. And you know, we maintain, say baby, whether you in the MPP, likes it or not, whether they cooperate with us or not, the business of government will go on without let or hindrance. All right, may I say, Tijani, and I attend in Kano. My main call every 5 minutes. Young queen,
baby, may I say, Ewa Queen Osadia Mami. Minya Tijani Kasa, I said, Tijani Muslim on Numbi until the end of the minute. But I said, they were in TJ, you know, just a me who be crowded. I said, Nenia Brenner, no, take your time. Young man, take your time. Who sweater? No, me sweater. Wow, baby, yeah, come back to your topic. MPP, minority caucus, you see, no Ablekumanov MP, no government business. And it is a good call. You know, I did wait to me applaud the honorable Afenyo Markin as a minority leader. So, Juma. Baby, when you see a 2 about ye, your constituencies baby recollected ye. Your constituencies baby recollected ye. Baby, TJ, Jadua and Mamin Casa, TJ, then I know. Your constituencies baby or what? Baby, about 1 year, 2 years, and you will say, Omuko invade collection center. Oh, family book, mommy. Oh, TJ, family book, mommy. Then how ye? Oh, say program.
96.9. Wumreni.
Oh, there were several constituencies. You recollected. So on the channel. Let's take Obuasi East for instance. Obuasi East. Ye name the see Obuasi East. I recollected. You know. Yet to me, GC Trima, Honorable Dr. Patrick Bachiadom. Let's take Techima South for instance. Ye nani enim die see ye to abano na amacho man for recollection center ye ntiase recollect ye no MPP ewini. Let's take our fano no for instance ye to abano this for no ma wem no ma koyi say yes omuso maje abrenso na nya no kwe recollect ye no MPP age seat no okai kwe central ye na enim Baba Sadiq abaye nya collect krampo we no man congratulations honorable Baba Sadiq MP and I go pay MC. So on them channel. And this is just a baby. You first and woman. Uteme. Dome Kwabena. Ye recollect and this ye winning. MPP Yankasaye. Ablekumanov. And it's Ablekumanov from Quadia. And this is for Abeya to about ama MPP candidate winning. Mosamontias. And minority caucus no. We are going to make sure say Ablekumanov Yanya MP Yantias Mamu. Ye catch him. You better make sure say the mayor of parliament. Yes, so say no. We need the MP because Aban will win here. Say Aban say MPP. You need to go invade a regional collection center. I didn't tell go invade you. Abeya ya say police from a bobbine. Now the you collect results in the I didn't tell go invade you. Yes, NDC for. Yet the minority caucus. As some ye can in say. You better make sure say Ablekumanov results. You better declare it peacefully. You declare it peacefully, yeah. You say MPP candidate na win here. You say no Ablekumanov MP, no government business. And yeah, MPP, we believe in democracy. That's the reason why yeah can say let's recollect the results. Yes, Remo TJ. And this de na mo ya no emfa ma. Yes, Remo. We menye recollection no. Na MPP seat no. Ya je wa Ablekumanov no. Yes, Remo. TJ, jade de na wo ya no. O kasa man kasa o.
mesremo honorable nana ekue free and a winning a black man of seat no into yesre NDC for say omo me recollect ade no na omra parliament na me boana government business yin na enforce muli maye because NDC for yenim se mama be kwa yenim de ma be dada yenim ade ya 24 hour economy na de muni hwe ye dada yesremo but me agi seat 188 80 something ade ja one city pe a ye ji aka ho mo se monti ase ye free coalition mo se monti ase say Ada omani eti autocratic country mwana. We live in a democratic country. Yes, no NDC for. If you really mean government business, make sure say ablekuma no resource no. Ye recollecti. Samona mu wini ya be mamu. Sa na ku free ye na wini ya. Ye be manu because of see wini nti mo be say be recollecti. Yes remo and mmebunu e hweye. Mmebunu mu di amanyo sem e hweye. Say 9th parliament way. Ye tumi ya ne lose a big constituency like ablekuma no MP. Na MP bia nte na constituency da panya emfa hwema yesremo NDC majority caucus no mo ne mayarega mo make sure say ye ya mablekumanov seat no ya declare results no na MP na betna parliament na etumi aboma government business side a proceed baby dey catch NDC for no ye pede de bia o parliament yes ye pede de bia o parliament. Say
I'll come back to you Evra na Yababe wrap up. Bacho a microphone, Mr. 0208 343458 0208 343456 0535 890989. Yemfa cross kakra na fe no. Yan sorry so ubi. Hello.
Aha, say.
Good evening. Your first offer free. Hello. You the free so. Hey, you know. Ofra mpacho bodini hu baby a ofri enye se ofra ya na wokasa saa na NDC na MPP yesrew ofra ne o me free ya na waka wasem ne yetimi ate wonkan yi wadaroma. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Mpacho from se na free
mpacho efa ma mbana wa ka se aka police
ma me bene wa aka police mpacho mi ti ma me
NPP for se ya blamo awa mo hu aya mo fe ba NDC for hu aya mo kan adentira Edumu de samu na mu yi dia mo ko nti edu ya de samu ye yi de ka ya blamo adai bye.
But I say 0208 3434 58 and 0208 3434 56 and 0535 890989. Na you didn't come on. Hello. Okay. Yeah, when China phone or the other last speaker have me okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Open.
That's your first offer free.
Only Abema Clement in you, answer the other from you.
Clement in Pacho meet you.
Yeah, Kaka can say about you. And then my palm or Yamada. That's the moving car, Mobomo Samson. On the Moka answer the issue. Answer the football fire in the Moyas and Tipwell. The best company for Yamia Boy, I can hear mine do it. I'm going to find a man. The best head of Kabwate, Abana or Cotton. Or NS and your man, Kuya, Oma Mita Waliat, Kuya, Nama Mita Waliat, the best. Oh, Jim, not watching 220 or what the funny to my.
All right, young Koy, hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. But your first offer free.
I found the Nipanya. I'm the Tomano.
And Nipanya, Agbetomeno, Casafree.
The Casafree.
Swadru.
Hello.
Yet your wife, Swadru.
Well, the American is a trouble. About power. Now, Obuasi, you hear Obuasi, Obuasi between pounds. As we be able to
time 96.9.
My band was so now we now ban a see. I go for you because you're your brain. Yes, I'm your money. Up and about, but you never turn up. I know. Once you send no money, and you pass about will be given. You know, so bad in an big you say, and this is for the star. My band was so the top of the anyone with the black Ghana because President Nadi can't say you have a short memory. You may have got Baba and this, you know, if it has short memories. Bye bye.
May I say, young Queen, hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, I am first of refrain.
Yana Yakubu near Road Obuasi Central.
Yana Yakubu Pacho meet you.
Who they be our quarter?
Yehowa Domogusu Shrine Pa, Pacho Mitio.
Marintia, then this informed people now. Namcha Foundation. And it's my Obuasi at that my. Here, as some of the Tony, as some I say, near yes, where they year at the back and up to remove her. No, but I radio before. I mean, say be another day for how you think Casa. I don't know what to make a time or what in Bapawa. Ah, I don't know, you don't know. I know to be cancel. I want to say it too. So the bay of mine about putting you on the man in Mahama Ban or to keep a pie go up, you know. I didn't tell you so. I never done a do away to an air again. Yeah, my phone say why.
May I say, young man, hello, good evening. Sorry, too bad. 0208 343458, 0208 343456, and 0535890989. Yamfo bina yankoye nim. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Fine.
But your first of free.
Yo, the casa fully to Chika.
Okay. Okay.
And you see,
yeah, that's it. But your radio don't feel like crabby and coming to Unkai.
Yo, the pastor,
but I'm into way.
Yo, Kakra Meka, Obuasi for this young. We are now collaborating. The new man, Yoko. She has sent me back. Yanka Sampa. Yanka Sama, the case when you were Suma, Mokmo Baba from. This is the rule, you know, and you have Banaba and a movement was in a CBG. We got to Casa, Catin Fuso, Catam, then a new and Takra. I would have walked back and the Koyata who is battery. I will remove you. The battery, I will Google and the attack of any battery at the Snacko. Not easy. So the battery in the free, no more appropriate. And then the Yanka Sampa. I'm going now.
So much I find battery and a free.
Fine, yeah, the battery. The battery. We other things. The battery.
I want him for sir.
Oh, we go to
wow.
And you on the battery.
Oh, too bad.
Oh,
too bad.
More Casa, more Cabutrasum, living at Yakuma.
That's right.
Then that's how by number and the new film. The new film crash. The time I saw the Medamo, the Timopa, Martina, the Timma, the King.
Yeah, that's it.
You must pass them there. I say it's fearful in Yamikam Hawaii.
I mean, Yaminka, very.
The rest of them are Hawaii.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yaminka, very, very, very serious one. And this is very serious. Anyway, we cannot confirm. Say hello. Anyway, but hello, good evening.
Boss, good evening.
But your first of preferring.
I'm going to put you in Pacho, whatever. Orana, and paying for no, Obampanyatino. That is your bonnet. Then we pay for the moment I made it. But they say, on one Casoni can read you once. If it's a Bocana Bay, no, a different. And after so could you talk about on vice president or Munina 2016, that's on the Facoyaso. Come for Bayano. Can be that way. If you want to accompany back, would do or it's 2017. And to a bra, a manager party, want you or more. Well, we are not to be able to be a and then we are, man will say, and Nadia would so be a them so this are the free, a banner of Yason for some Guardia. And your uncle said to me and tell her that a baby balance also say yes.
Okay, let us say hello, good evening.
Good evening, Babyface.
You are doing Bachoboko now, sir.
What is that your concern? We SK Bullets, Yamana, Ewadinamo.
Okay, I'm
going to watch the coffee room, and then you made that was it. Then you might pop on a time FM. Katame catch Yenyanum and the before say. Tomatra, I many from a Jacobian Fiasama. One more job out and to Moba, and Maso. It's something here, Yenuaya, and Kenumate. And you raise your say, can't afford it. Yenamaye, oh, fear. And it is Joe, you know. And you run them. Can be pinning your baby shower. One person in your other canoe, and I meant it. And we say, the uncle fear, I will work near. Yeah, in short money. One mega 1,000 years, I welcome so. And go see
Gaza yes me MVP ni youth of Gaza esan se teacher we no ani muna ena nam we SK Bullets nyame ena ime mo nyame nyaduma.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, I'm Pacha Frost and Africa.
The Pacha Ghana Bay in the Kasafi Kunka.
Okay, Ghana Bay Kunka, Kafra, Pacha Mamiti.
Kaka make comments. Who's there? Among who Ibu Maya, the Timon, Ibu Maya. And the Timon Fortnite, the better city in Yaneka. Of what they are catching them. You must be bar. Yeah, you said the other. You get the action radio. A man could cut him and down to group the other. And man, you let's say you know what that coming down. I asked them to get part of show me. Yeah, Kata. Who said you were there? Now, let me be Kata. Mahama, ne, who could have talked about wine. Almost carry on. Almost not got 8 years. Oman tukwa nko baby awo ana kufu aza be di nti ko mu ye boni dia e tan ka ta ba na e ti omu e tan so omu ni kan bi omu ni bibia ti omu na hu ti oman mu good 8 years e je ta ta na omo ka no mu nya aka mama fa bibia nka ta ba nko ba ko mu ti omu enim to obi ana omu ka ta no ye ta ni atufozen omu ni gra ko ta de wi na problem bi de ni atufozen di mama eno kuje to abro ko ma yidi an ko mu ti omu no omu mra ba omu di Ghana bro a ye hu gold ni hu ne ma ye se afa ni ye yim a ye di ye nya ta kana e betum de ti school da dey e di man kola be nya dia nya di o school mu ta kana ye di be ta egban oni na men kan baba
me da se yemfa last one yemfa jumadi en fancy. Hello, good evening.
Good evening opinion.
Yes, I'm Pacha Frost of free.
The cassette petition number 2 ye fe me e ma raincoat.
Emma Raincoat petition number 2.
Boss, I know what can.
Catch on with your wife.
Enema ha. Na enema ha mebri. Every before no. Omunya kata no po bupo no na ye ni enfa kumafa. Ye vanta Mahamedi. Na already obey no nyama na. Sanse omanya 8 years dey atraso. Ye really go to the real me won obi the school free me data ha me for me akua but tu mo ko ntu mo me decide ne data wo mo so do ha in this school some of them and the old that school free ya na wo hu onye mahama be tra so nyina ne hemfa so ba ma no MVP for na o ma be ma bu eto be ye study man who by NDC for na o mo ye ni ma ne ma bozi sam no so me ka tra se o nya abotre family ne ya yin ne fa kure na yeye ominya botre ibetuma kan no ana lawyer ina so boss lawyer ha hwane me wo de oloto biru so won so adagia no o be me ko de video ni bi boss be da wa se bye bye
96.9 Jona go ni so ya fe sanka ile mistake.
Thank you very much. This our time will permit us to draw the curtains down. It's been a wonderful discussion. 7 on top of the hour 9 every empon.
Call my mentia, my presiding order, Pentecost, Monzen Valley, Elder Anthony Kwesi, Mechiane, Panamentia, Kofi Krumfonina. Now, quiet corner. Assemble cope any DJ John Mani Mahama, and any NDC Abino. Omu make sure, say, almost Shagana Bosse, a Kodebi or tertiary, university nurse, and on Chia Tekunchia Sempoa. O make sure so be. And the doom so I as I'll go back here, and near to me doom like 3 days for the making so madam. On be fix it. Kakra be catch NDC abino no. On any TJ. Kakra me can baby.
All right, TJ.
Baby, me da say ye kono na that ati for. In fact, ye feedback through calls amode buy no ya appreciate ye don ma say. Say ye kasa omutie na ye feedback. Na every idea we na me conclude preko na yenko na ne we na ye fine. Normal metiase.
What you say normal? Be o kasa no be a normal.
Normal.
Okay,
Matiase. Ye nuanu MPP for ye nim say afei na ye wura John Dramani Mahama e hye na aban. In fact, aban no ende ye 25th. Nti uhwema ye wura ye so on the 7th. Nti ye nyanya 1 month. And so the nuanum MPP for Obviously Ghana for make a wrong decision. Into oba no onya kwenya na okasa te say aban ne ba ye di mfie 8 years. But you bet me assure mo say a free tertiary education na ye say ye dey ba free academic user fees. I say ye dey ba no. Ye dey ba. Akola bia wako university bia na ye betua ye school fees. Ama no. Na boshe bia ye wura John Dramani Mahama e shirt my mfo no so no obedi so no wa hye ne ma. Na ye kan say wi a na yaka say Ghana for ye da o ma say 7 December you call it on omo mo to abama ye wura na pamfo na Obuasi East seat no it is in court na ye nim say ye wura honor Samuel Abuaje eventually because papa na on one parliament no nim say ye mumu on number
Medasi thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tijani is a member of the NDC communication team in Obuasi. And to Emmanuel Boabe Evra is a member of the MPP communication team in Obuasi West. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time tonight. On behalf of Eugene Cardinal to draw the curtains down. Time FM still continues. FM Babyface. Good night and take care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend. God willing, Monday we shall meet same time. Merci beaucoup.